Hey everybody, welcome back again. Northern Land plays Slay the Spire. It's 8:27 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Let's get this daily going. Oh my god, look at the scores. Those are high scores. You're the defect. It's a cursed run. Defeating a boss makes you cursed. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume that just means you get a curse in your deck, whether it's random or maybe they've added like a bespoke curse to this game specifically that's unremovable. I don't know. But Cursed Key is very good. Darkstone Pariah is not good, but whatever. And that's just my opinion as somebody who's not very good at the game. VODs is pretty good. Also wrote some cool songs in the 90s that I'm not a big fan of. Why Don't You Slide, Iris, etc., etc. Purple cards now appear in rewards and shops. That means those are from the Watcher, I think, which means I'm never gonna use them properly. And Lethality. Lethality a little spooky, because enemies are gonna be strong. I mean, this strikes me as like a very, like, not glass cannon-y sort of run. This is like a heavyweight boxing match. My expectation is that we will just be doing our darndest to kill the enemies before they get to attack even once, but I could be wrong. Fruit juice, nothing wrong with that. I have not played as the defect probably in like 3 years, something along those lines. I'm just thinking, okay? Cold Snap was pretty good. Blizzard is kind of, I think you needed to maybe take it a little later or build around it. I do feel like Follow-Up probably has the potential to be really good considering the amount of strength we have. So I know Follow-Up is not a default defect card, but still. Sunder. Deal 24 damage if this kills an enemy, gain 3 energy. So play for free if it kills an enemy. I'm going to take a leap, okay? I think that it's a decent block. Normality, I would rather have been able to maybe dump a card here instead. But you know what? Let's go heavy on the curses. Why not? Take me here. Okay, so we got 3 elites. I'm really fairly unconcerned. Although we are going to take some damage here. I'm fairly unconcerned about this because I think in general the extra damage that we're going to get from the strength for having curses, thanks to VODs, is going to allow us to still do more damage to not have any super ill effects. Charge battery's okay too, but I think we don't really need it right now. We could really use some kind of AoE though. That is obvious in my world. And normality is just a spicy curse, but as our deck maybe gets larger over time, the concept of having these curses is not going to be, you know, as disadvantageous as it is right now. Anyway, I'm doing well. It's a Sunday morning. I guess I'm just gonna hit ya. And I like, you know, admittedly, by telling people it's, you know, 8 in the morning on a Sunday, I'm kind of building in for myself a little bit of forgiveness, I hope, if I don't make the greatest decisions. You know, it's early on the Lord's Day here. Oh, you should definitely play Zap there. Unfortunately, I woke up at 8 a.m. The phlegm in my, my prefrontal cortex is not fully active yet. But the reality is actually that I think it's, I like recording early now. Like, having a kid has changed me fundamentally. Who would have thought? I don't think we're going to take enough damage to make self-repair worthwhile. I don't think we're going to build around Claw, though. I think it's... don't get me wrong, it's great with the strength we have, but I think it's just a situation... I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer in that one. Let's put it that way. But yeah, just I like recording in the morning, because then, like, you know, I got a lot of stuff to do today, and by a lot of stuff to do, I mean like the bare minimum amount of stuff that you have to do as an adult to kind of keep your house in order. Let's get this done right off the bat. Play some cards, have some leisure time, drink some coffee, hear the clink of the straw on the glass. Free serotonin, and then we'll, you know, get on our hands and knees and clean the bathroom later. I'm not fully convinced that FTL is going to be amazing for us here. Obviously, the game itself is really good. I just, I wasn't convinced, because I don't want to draw into normality, but maybe we shouldn't concern ourselves so much with that concept. I don't think I'm going to kill you next turn, so don't play your defense yet. We should be fine here. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly concerned. In this situation, we can definitely do that. We should have you this turn. Yeah, basically whatever we draw is going to kill you. Mummified Hand is kind of amazing. 9 damage X's stance. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply weak to all enemies. Am I insane? I don't know if I've ever seen that card before. This seems incredible. Toy Ornithopter is free heals. I will not reach inside for a relic. I will rest. I don't know. I feel like, you know, getting a score of 2,000 doesn't seem that likely here. But then I gotta remember, I don't... Whenever you deal... Whenever you gain block. It's fine either way. But I gotta remember... I don't know the formula for dailies, so maybe this actually is an easy way for us to get like a 2,000 point score is just by having infinity curses in our deck. You never know, I suppose. 15 gold. I think Sweeping Beam. Sash Whip to apply weakness to enemies is nice, but we have literally no AoE right now. This, I'm not scared yet. I'm not scared. I'm just trying to play my cards right, you know what I mean? On this one, I think we gotta go for it. Let's do a Sweeping Beam. FTL will now work. FTL's, or, follow-up is good. We can do this. I would rather hit you one more time for 12 than apply one more weakness, but the thought did occur to me. Not a great turn. To say the least. It's alright. We can't be killed next turn. If we can't be killed next turn, Toy Ornithopter gives us lots of plays here. This is a solid turn, I think, for us right here. We take 6 damage. You're probably dead. Look at that. You're dead. What the heck is Essence of Darkness? Channel 1 dark for each orb slot. So if I remember correctly, and it's completely plausible that I don't, dark does damage equal to the number of charges on it to the weakest enemy. The enemy with the lowest HP. But it also gains like 6 damage per turn or something, maybe 3 damage. I am kind of tempted. We're taking a lot of damage. Maybe it isn't too late to start getting some cold snaps going here. And I do think you might as well get some value out of Toy Ornithopter. Can I kill you? 12, it can absolutely kill you. And if I can kill you with Frost... Oh, and Ornamental Fan, all of a sudden we're not taking the kind of damage I was concerned with. It's okay. I'm gonna rest before the boss. I'm not that nervous. I think it's... Oh, dude. Genetic Algorithm is like... I think it might be one of the best cards in the game. I also have no idea what I'm talking about, so that is worth noting. But, we'll start FTL. I think that maybe I'm just, like, so... stuck in the idea that, like, on our last run... We don't need to use dual cast here. We'll let him get charged up. Like, on our last run, everything... that was not the right play. I think we can do that. On our last run, everything was so easy that it actually was kind of comical. We, at no point... I'm gonna hit you again. We at no point felt like we were in danger at all. So on this run, just to even, like, take literally any damage, my brain is going like, yo, hold up. Unfortunately, this doesn't do anything. Can I break you? I can break you. That's fine. I don't think we're doing this in like the wrong order here, because the dark orbs when we get a dual cast will destroy. We got enough strength to do like that, for example. I can play one more card, thankfully. Before we leave this fight, which actually went completely fine, I was just gonna say we definitely want to play genetic algorithm. 12 damage I can definitely break, yeah. And then a dual cast, yeah. I'm just gonna say, look at that. Alright, so far so good. We want powers. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. I don't think we create cards right now. Devotion, what the heck is mantra? At the start of your turn, gain 2 mantra. When you obtain 10 mantra, enter divinity. Upon entering this stance, gain 3 energy, attacks deal triple damage. I really think this is not going to do very much for us, but it is also a power, which means it'll refund something, like it'll, okay, we're going to take Sozu, no question, even with Toy Ornithopter. I feel like that might be the play. I do want to upgrade it. It would be really nice for me. Hold on, three elites? 3 elites? Going what? No 3 elites. It would be nice for me if I could actually... you know, get to... Well, I mean, a couple of things. One of the things that would be nice for me is to get to Mantra, just to see how that works. I'm sure I probably did it in the DLC, or not in the DLC, but when they came out with the Watcher to begin with. But I bailed on that pretty quickly, I will admit. I'd also like to not have to... Please? Saved? I'd like to not have to heal so much. I feel like I'm taking a lot of damage here, which is why I went with some Frost to begin with. Bro, you're doing 14 damage? I guess you are stronger because of lethality, but still, like, come on. I don't know what... I guess, you know what we're looking for more than anything else? Blue Candle. If we can get Blue Candle and we can... I don't care about playing every curse, but at least playing our normalities so we can have decent turns. 12 damage to all enemies, end your turn. Give me max HP. Give me 1 of 20 cards to add to my deck. I don't really care for orb slots. I don't really care for static discharge. If I'm being honest, I think I probably overrate some of these cards that I'm going to take here. But I really like a beam cell. It's cheap, but that's not really the big... Oh, we'll definitely take Ritual Dagger. The big part of it... Do we even have strike? We definitely have strikes in defense. The big aspect is I have no means to enable vulnerability, so I am happy to see it. We can only play 3 cards. I'll just play a genetic algorithm, man. It's very important to me we get that charged up as much as possible. No normality, please. 5x5? Are you crazy? What is wrong with you? We are going to take 13 damage. Yeah, these are not like the ideal enemies that you want to go up against right now. In case that's not abundantly clear. You're going to hit me again, which is annoying. So we'll just ice you. I think we'll play our leap here, just to minimize the damage as much as possible. It looks like we will probably need to, wow. We'll probably need to heal at the campfire. If we're lucky enough to make it to the campfire to begin with. Okay, weakness did great work there. I mean, I'm concerned. This is not even an elite. We have some heals here. Obviously, you can't even take that. I will take a crush joints as well. We have no choice but to fight the elite, so I guess get ready. I think I will... Let me think about it, okay? Right now, we're not dying, but okay, if we pop this, this kills you in 1 hit. Ritual Dagger kills you in 1 hit. That doesn't say non-minion enemy, right? No, if fatal, okay. I I think we'll pop this. This is one of those fights, I think, that if you just find yourself ahead of the curve, like the hard part is already over, let's put it that way. I think, at least. Start here, 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 okay. Good, 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 good. We want some AoE. You're doing 8 damage, I'll just smack ya. Alright, I actually think we're fine. I gotta admit, this is a nice little, oh, hold on. 21, you're not dead, that's good. I wanted to make sure we could play genetic algorithm. This is actually, like, more fun. If I'm just being straight up, like, I had a great time on yesterday's daily, just shooting the breeze, and, you know, I spent half the day wondering, you know, when I was gonna record this. No, thank you. Slay the Spire episode, and I'm like, I gotta clear like an hour out or something like that. And then, wouldn't you know it, I did not have to clear an hour out. I only had to clear out about 20 minutes. Give me mutagenic strength. Turn 1, no penalty. Toxic egg. Hold on, I think I've been in a pretty good mood lately. Sadly cannot take thanks to Sozu. I think we will rest, just to be safe. It might be a little overkill, but 11 strength turn 1. This is what I'm looking for. I think we just play crush joints. Might not, yeah, it doesn't quite kill you, but still. This, though, is a little bit more like of the reason why, like, I enjoy playing this. Oh, we did this in exactly the wrong order. Why I enjoy playing Slay the Spire to begin with, which is like, you know, because it's a little bit of a puzzle. You know, you're never feeling completely safe, except on dailies like that last one. I honestly think we could totally make buffer work here. And if we play our cards right, we can, you know, use it to block a particularly nasty attack. Wonder, there is a way, I forget what card it is. You gotta start here. Let's play Sweeping Beam next. No. Let's play Buffer next. Sweeping Beam becomes free. And then every time we get block, we weaken you. And then this is an... Oh, I didn't have the energy for it. Not bad, but not good either. I think we should just hit you. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. You can't be mad. It's 8:45 a.m. on a Sunday. On a Sunday, no less. Did I mention it's the Lord's Day? I do appreciate the block. Did I mention it's the Lord's Day? I mentioned that twice because I feel like the emphasis is important as it becomes apparent that I may actually die. Pen nib? That's pretty good. Creative AI is actually like a potentially run-winning enabler, so I'm very thankful for that. You're gonna do 30 damage on the first turn, huh? That's pretty wild. Like, you know, don't let me tell you what to do is just kind of like a little rude in my opinion. Don't you want to take a turn to get set up or something like that? I think we might just be dead. I can't gain block. I'm dead. Well, that hurts. Excuse me, unlocks remaining? I'll have you know, I have beaten Slay the Spire on Ascension level 20 on the defect. I'm running it back. I know we can't actually get a score on the leaderboards anymore. I'm running it back, though. Maybe there's a better way for us to learn here. Okay, so you... Don't even talk to me, man. It's so early in the morning. What the heck went wrong on that one? You're gonna laugh at me because this is probably backwards, and I'm guessing we probably would be better off... Let's do some deviation here. I'm guessing we probably would have been better off focusing a little harder on block instead of what I actually did, which was... just prioritize strength, but I think I'm gonna try to build stronger. I think that's the secret for me. Charge battery is good. Deal 20 damage when retained. Lower its cost by 1. I don't know. Get that beam cell active, man. We're taking a different path this time. I'm not a sportsman-like individual right now. You know, now I'm just like, when I win a daily and I come like 500th, I'm like, good game, everybody. You all did so well. Great job. We all deserve, you know, a big round of applause. When I lose a daily, like literally don't even beat the second boss, gotta be honest, I think Third Eye could be pretty good here. I'm like, I know you scumbags all have like a burner account where you play the daily first. Then you use that account of, look what you're looking for on the daily to get the best score possible. And then you go and you play it on your real run. Don't think you're slick. Maybe you don't. Now I'm just upset. I think Hyper Beam is really good. If we can get like 1, 2, 3? 3? No, we can't fight 3. We can only fight 2. If we can get an artifact, which is I don't even know why I remember the names of the cards, honestly, but if we can get an artifact that enables us to, hold on, that's because it's not even called artifact. Artifact is an effect. Anyway, if we can get the ability to not lose focus, at least on the first play of Hyper Beam, I think I would be pretty stoked. I think I'd be pretty stoked. On the other hand, this also still worked really well. Still pretty good, although our lightning and frost orbs are now, like, completely worthless. I at least want to see if we can get some redemption here. I really like creative AI. I think it's a little bit unfair, I guess, to take it knowing what I know now, which is that we're absolutely gonna have the opportunity to get Mummified Hand if we continue on the same path. You know what? Let's go a little lighter on the curses this time. Maybe that's part of the problem, right? We can go a little lighter on the curses. That's not where we got it last time. That's weird. I'm not complaining. Trust me, I'm not complaining. Just struck me. I'm a little surprised. You know, I feel like I'm in Final Destination right now. Let's not draw normality. Yeah, now I'm actually realizing that I'm stupid. And any card that gave us Scry is so much more valuable when you're drawing normalities all the time. We're not going to enter Wrath, so I still think Wave of the Hand was pretty good, though. Like, if you can Scry, in a lot of circumstances, you can Scry your way out of normality. This is a terrible first turn. Normality was really like the curse I'm most concerned with. It's good. It still gives us the weakness. We don't have to play 2 skills to enable it. Hyper Beam does 39. 39 plus 3 plus 11. 39. Oh, but we lose the focus. Whoops. And there's no reason to have even played that. Whoopsie. It was enough to get us to lethal if we didn't lose focus, but I did. You know, let's try an auto shields. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe block is the most important thing. Like, that's quite helpful. Thank you so much. So this, bizarrely, am I crazy? It almost feels like it's kind of going worse. That's fine. I'll draw those. I don't know if that's going to stay true forever. We gotta play Wave, Defend. I'll play Oh, we don't have enough. That's fine. We're just trying to take as little damage as possible here. Biased Cognition is pretty okay for dealing with Hyper Beam, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to make it work. Give me more Cold Snaps. Give me more Cold Snaps. I think we don't have to rest here. That's a lesson learned. Give me that double vulnerability. And remember, we're playing for pride now. This means something to me, man. Like, you know what else would mean something to me? Like, hypothetically, if you gave me an opening draw that had some attacks, like, that would mean something to me, man. It's about family. Okay. Okay. We're gonna, play Wave of the Hand. Then we're gonna play Third Eye. I like having these in my hand. I think it's a great setup. You're gonna do 28 damage. This will take you down to 87. 28. We have 27. That'll take us to 37, and Regret will take off 1 HP. We'll still live. Definitely, you know, there's the idea that maybe we could have rested instead. This now seems pretty appropriate. 32 damage each. I'm like, oh man, if they both attack on the same turn, there's a chance, well, there could have been a chance that we died, but luckily that didn't come to pass. I think a second Hyper Beam could work. Although, dude, we didn't even have the option for Lesson Learned last time, did we? Let's go, you can no longer get gold. Because I think the potions to keep us alive might actually be worth something, especially knowing that, like, the elephant statue comes up. And then just drop yourself on a different path, just for the semblance of difference. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing here, man? This is, like, this is crazy. These are difficult runs. Oh, right, we have normality. So far, is this any better? I don't really feel like I can say that in confidence. Then again, I'm not leaving the first fight like 40 HP down, so maybe there's something to be said about that. I don't think I can kill you. I wish that I could. These are all good enough. We gotta play it, might as well still hit you. Because I think Lesson Learned is going to be quite advantageous for us if we can actually get it to happen. Not a big fan of Conclude. Mostly because it's, I don't know if anybody else is like this. I know you're going to pretend that you're not, and maybe you're not. But maybe you are, and you want to deny your feelings. Really wanted that to hit Hyper Beam, but that's fine. I mean, like, what do you want me to say? You're doing 60 damage on the first turn. Like, even though that doesn't help us that much, just, like, give me a little bit of a buffer, right? If a card requires more than, I would say, like, 4 seconds of reading, I'm willing to admit, I just look at it and I go, you know what? Nah. I'm not mad. Like, I appreciate that the card exists. I'm just more like, you know... I'm more of a fan of when I look at a card and it's like, hit enemy. I'm like, yo, let's go. Hit enemy, that's one of my favorite effects. I don't want to kill you, because I do think that we'll probably draw a Lesson Learned. Now I'll kill you. We've upgraded a strike, and I'm starting to believe we might have like an engine here. Hold on. I think I should heal here. If you'll excuse me, I think there's a knock on the door at 8:56 a.m. on a Sunday. One moment, please. Nope, just something rattling around the old brain cage, apparently. You're doing 11 damage. Okay, 7 block. We don't need a basic defend if we have auto shields. We're definitely doing less damage than we were on our last run. But I also feel like that's totally fine, as long as we also take substantially less damage. I will also say, I guess we start here just to see. Oh, that's beautiful. That I can't really guarantee we are taking less damage. We're just resting more. There's a pretty marked difference. I don't know if this will count as giving me block, so this might be worth nothing. We'll see. Yep, it applied no weakness to the enemy, which is fair. That's what the card... That's what it says on the tin. You know, in its own unique way, drawing 2 normalities on the same turn, not so bad. Whenever you scry, gain block. Oh, now we got some synergies. I don't know, just apply, like, massive weakness. There you go. Whenever you change stances, gain block. Whenever you play a power card, channel a lightning. At some point, I would not mind having enough attacks to actually kill you. I think we need more attacks in this deck. Or at least, like, if we're not going to take more attacks, I think we can use Cut Through Fate, then we need to stop losing focus. This is the enemy that killed us last time. You stink, and I don't like you. This does exhaust, but I think it's important to get it out there, unfortunately. Let's learn our lesson and not be beholden to hubris. We can play everything. It's a beautiful draw, honestly. Could I just kill you? I hate to do this, but... because we should, you know, there's like a sunk cost, but we should have played the block, or the flex potion earlier, but... it is what it is. I'm happy we got a block potion. So we killed you pretty easily last time. I see how this goes. That applies weak. This applies weak. We're still going to take a hit, but that's okay. I don't know. I have to be honest. I think that in my heart... oh, we can almost kill you. In my heart, I think I saw the scores on the leaderboard. And I thought to myself... I hate this, by the way. I thought to myself, this must be an easy daily because the scores that are up there are so high. Now that I'm doing the daily myself, I'm like, I don't think that's true. I gotta hit you, unfortunately. I think this is actually like a fairly tough daily. Or at least a daily that I don't work very... I'm not working very well on it. I am gonna try this. Get owned. Glacier can be pretty great. Maybe this is a good lesson for me. That, you know, you can't judge the difficulty of a daily exclusively by the... by the quality of the scores you see. I mean, it might not be a stretch to say that the people that are setting the highest scores in Slay the Spire dailies 5 years after the game's early access release might be built a little different. I think that's probably pretty fair. I think I'd like to kill you. 12, 16, okay. We can at least get an upgrade. I don't know, it says it's random, but it seems to exclusively target our strikes, which, you know, like, no offense or whatever, but some offense it has been taken by me. I'll draw a dual cast. If we have to, we can get some extra frost. We don't have to. Okay, turns out self-repair actually... Remember earlier when I said self-repair I don't think is going to be necessary? I think I've finally learned the error of my ways, now that we've died as a result of it. Let's get frost at the front. No, let's get lightning at the front. That way it's easier to evoke, which I think is better for us. You know, you can block enemies' attacks... obviously, but another great way to not get killed by an enemy is to just kill them. It makes their attacks do a lot less damage when they're already dead. I don't know if this will kill you. That's what's got me thrown for a loop here. I don't know if we play a hyper beam here. Just work with me for a second. Kill you. 6 block coming in. Creative AI is good. It's just a question of whether or not we need to play it. I think we could evoke an orb. We had 18 block. I think we hyper beam you and then kill you next turn, even though this means we take a little bit this turn. Self-repair. Lesson learned is free. 14 damage. Do not draw normality. It upgraded a zap. Still a default card, but we're getting there maybe. Why don't you go ahead? Yeah, gain 16 block. Oh god, you really want me to... You know what? We're 35 minutes in. I think the time has come to possibly send it. Now, we're going to pop this right away. We're going to pop this right away, mostly for Toy Ornithopter. But I think both of these are actually pretty good for us. Weakness hard counters the Book of Stabbing. Source, dude, just trust me. Normality's still really bad. 2 wounds in the deck right now. How many normalities exist in this deck? Like, this is... I'm losing it, man. Let's get that zap out there early. We'll retain... We retain normality? That's pretty bad. But only for a turn. Okay. So Glacier is, like, is pretty important. Are we gonna die? No. Not here. I think that, in that case, a Beam Cell. Sure. And then a third eye, perhaps, and then get rid of regret. Okay. Retain, not so good when you got a normality in hand. I would really like to create some weakness. We have no choice but to roll... you know what? We do have a choice. We want to draw Hyper Beam. Because... with a drawn Hyper Beam, we can kill you. Without it, I think we probably would have died. I'll take Nirvana. Whenever you scry, gain block. And then this is the enemy that stopped us last time. Now, I can't help but notice that you stopped me last time, which was mighty annoying. This time... Give me that cold... No... Yeah, no. Give me Zap because it's free. I don't think I'm going to kill you next turn, so I think I'd rather just get this lesson learned out here. I can't help but notice you did a much more basic attack this time, and I'm trying not to take offense to it, but if I'm being honest, I think I take a little offense to it. Anyway, you're dead, so obviously something went right. I really like Hyper Beam, but I think that we can't afford to lose all that focus. Okay, it was this node that killed us last time. Not this boss, but this node. That you're doing 26 damage on the first turn. Pretty nasty. Easy Glacier, though. Let's get some focus up. It's mostly... Hold on, 17 plus 8, 25. You're doing 26. Alright, I'm not gonna use a dual cast for 1 block there. Self-repair, great. Creative AI, very helpful. Third eye, it's free. Why not? I think we want to keep all that. I'm going to retain here, and I think we can use lesson learned maybe on our next turn. I think it's kind of sad for me how little the benefit of hindsight has actually helped me, but... We're still cruising. We will lesson learned you. Third eye's been upgraded. I think that lesson learned was the big pull here. And then the other thing, kind of humorously, why not? The other thing kind of humorously is that for the first time in like a long time, this defragment dude's so good. Taking Sozu actually kind of sucked. Yes. It turns out having... you know, 5 HP healed automatically after every fight when you're going up against enemies that start with a stupid amount of strength is actually, like, pretty good. Actually pretty advisable to keep that rolling. Now, Nirvana is not good for us. Not the band. I'm not insulting the band. Literally the only thing I wanted was to not draw normality. Well, actually, Nirvana, I thought it was when you changed stances. That's my bad. I think I'm going to play Wave of the Hand. I think blocks more. And we're just going to get 1 Frost here as well. But it blocks more by creating weakness than playing a basic defend there. It's a little spooky, though, don't get me wrong. I'm hoping that once we get our power engines going here, things become a little bit better for us. So, hit you. Lesson learned. If fatal... Minions abandon combat without their leader. Yeah, no kidding. Let's get heat sinks going. Do not pick up normality. We don't really need defend either. That gives us self-repair, which continues to enable our draw. We're probably not going to play Hyper Beam, just to be honest. Lesson learned, we can totally get out there. Okay, excuse me, that's like the only card I need to have a chance to succeed. So if you could not do that, that would help me out a great deal. I can't kill you. Actually, that's not necessarily true. I needed the lightning to hit you, but alas, that did not come to pass. Still going. Still creative AI is the play. Unfortunately, yet again, I have no no means of dealing damage. I don't want to draw Hyper Beam yet. Dual cast might be relevant, and we're not going to play Equilibrium and store our hand here. Please. He's getting so much stronger. 54 damage! I'll take some block, please. I will destroy you. Not draw normality. You're doing 54 damage. Creative AI is non-negotiable. Absolutely has to be played. I think we should dual cast. Anything to generate, like, some extra block here. That's still... It's not that bad. We took like 20 damage. 20 damage. It's not good, but it's not that bad. Whenever you scry, gain some more block. Regret is not the card you want to draw there. $32 damage. Are we dying? Not yet. So, let's start with some block. Now we're okay. Now we're going to hit you. We're not going to break our focus because I think it is important for us to keep that up right now. Am I stupid? In my head, I just did the math actually wrong. So that's I was going to say that's a new one, but let's not lie to each other. I will play a study. Normality's not that bad here. Go ahead and give me some of this. We did have a 0 cost card we could have played instead, I guess, but... Okay. 38 damage. Whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1 this combat. I think we are going to want to weaken you. That seems like a gimme. We definitely do not want to draw normality. You're doing 28 damage. Scry gives us like 7 block, which is exactly enough. What do we want to draw? Let's draw that defend so we draw a strike next turn. You now have 4 turns of weakness. And I really played like pure trash on this fight, but it's possible we might escape. Possible! Let's start with Devotion. I was a little concerned about that. You just don't want to draw normality. It's completely plausible that we do. There you go. You get it sunk there. Take 1 damage. Man, if only we could keep our block from turn to turn. 45 damage. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. You probably play it first. Although it gives you draw. And there's 2 normalities in our draw pile. So I think it's important. I actually think we dual cast first to get the block. Then we Glacier so we don't evoke badly. But okay, you know what we can do? Hold on. Cut through Fate. There's no normality up there. Do we really want Insight? Well, no. But we also don't want to die. We're dead. Honestly, I gotta tap on this one. This is a tough daily. No disrespect to anybody on the Slay the Spire leaderboards. Where do we find ourselves here? Yeah, 1700, along with Eggman X. Not that good. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.